Hello, my name is Jeremy Barnes, and today I'm going to be doing a review for Disney Pixar's Luca, which just came out on Friday, June 18th on Disney Plus. So I'm going to break up my review into a few different parts. I'm not going to go into anything too specifically. I'm just going to talk about my overall feelings about each of these things. So first, I'm going to start with the animation style, since this is an animated movie, and I would give that an A plus because the animation was really gorgeous. I think they did a really good job capturing the vibrance of Italy because the movie is set in a town called Porto Rosso in Italy. I'm not sure if it's a real town or not, but in either way is definitely representative of the Italian seaside, and I think they captured that beautifully. I actually haven't gone, but I've seen some places that I would have been able to go to when I went to Italy. Um, and I think it definitely looks like how some of those places look. And I would also describe the animation style as charming as well, like just the way the character models look. It just has a certain charm to it. I don't know if you would exactly understand what I'm saying, but I think that is also helped by the actors' voice performances as well. So I'm gonna also mention the story, which I would give an A. It's nothing too crazy because it's a common story. It's not like anything super original or anything. But I don't think all stories really have to be original. They just have to be good, in my opinion. And I think this one it did do a good job at a story about friendship and growing up because the two main characters are Luca, who the movie's named after, and a friend that he meets named Alberto. And those two are both sea creatures who then come up to land and they immediately get human forms. So they're able to blend in. And this is their first time on land in a human town. So it's them learning about humanity in a way. And I think the movie definitely had a lot of heart and some really great humor. So now I'm going to talk about the performances, which I would also give an A plus. Now I'd say the performances definitely enhanced and sold the story because the story on its own, like I said, it's something that's been done many times. So in order to actually make it a great version of the story, there has to be great characters, and the characters have to be brought to life, obviously by actors. And the animation obviously does a lot of that work too, since we're not seeing actual people. But I would say that the performances were really good all the way around, especially with the leads. They did a really good job at pulling on the heartstrings with the ups and downs of Luca and Alberto's friendship. So I'm gonna first talk about Luca, who was played by Jacob Tremblay, and I feel like they did a really good job at giving him a real fish out of water vibe to him, which is both literal since he is from the sea and figurative, because since he doesn't know about the human land at all and he doesn't really know anything about above the sea, he has to learn all of that, and he learns a lot of it from Alberto, who has been up on land before. So he teaches him a lot about that stuff. And Luca is definitely filled with a lot of wonder and imagination, just like Jacob Tremblay's character in the movie Wonder. And those sequences are really cool because we actually see what Luca like is imagining in his mind. And those are some of the most like beautiful scenes because his imagination blossoms like into these like fantastical scenes pretty much. So as for Alberto, who was played by Jack Dylan Grazer, I would say that he's a real laid back, cool personality, and he acts like everything is all right even when sometimes it's not. But he really cares about Luca, who it seems like is the only friend that he's had, at least in a while. So once he finds Luca, he doesn't want to let go of him in any way. And when they go to land, they meet a human girl named Giulia Marcovaldo, and she was played by Berman. And I'd say that her character is sweet, but she could also get very loud to protect her friends, and loud in the sense of like not like volume, like not her making her voice loud, but more like defensive, not like overly like strong about it. I don't know how to explain it really, but basically she stands up for what she believes in, and she's not afraid to do that. But she's mostly pretty like calm. But since she is a human, she does know a lot. So both Luca and Alberto learn a lot from her. But there's also a bit of drama in between that relationship between these two sea creatures and this human girl. But I'm not going to go into any specific details because I think it's best to just experience the movie for yourself and have all your feelings within that moment, like while it's happening. But we also do see a bit of Luca's family, but they're not really like fleshed out characters. So I'm not really gonna talk about them, but I do want to mention Giulia's dad, whose name is Massimo Marcovaldo, and he's played by the actor Marco Barricelli, and he's like this big hulking figure who is a fisherman. Like I think he sells fish, and his daughter Giulia also helps with that. Like I think he does all the heavy lifting of like actually catching the fish, and then she helps him sell it by riding her bike around the little town. But when you first see him, he looks like he might be like this hardcore dude. But I really like this character because he's actually like a big softie, and a lot of that comes through with the voice performance. Like he definitely gives off a very caring and loving vibe to him as a father, but he's willing to let his daughter do things that like she wants to, even if it's dangerous. But he always does have the best interest at heart. So he tells her like the truth about the situation, like if like what the obstacles will be. But he's very supportive of her as well, and I really like that about his character. I would say that Luca's parents, they're more for a comedic effect than anything else. But that's all I'm gonna say for the review. Overall, I really loved the movie. I enjoyed it so much, and visually it was stunning. And I think it definitely captured a lot of the vibe of what it is like being in Italy. They definitely show off a lot of the food. And it's funny because when Luca and Alberto first eat Italian pasta, they use their hands to eat it, but then the humans show them that they're supposed to use a fork, and they show how to like wrap it and stuff around the fork. So that was kind of funny. But when I was in Italy, my site coordinator said that like a lot of Italians do like to eat with their bare hands. But there's actually a chemical in your hands that it's actually helpful, or it's actually good, that when it mixes with the food and then you eat it, it actually is good for your like immune system or something. I'm not sure exactly what he said or what he meant by it, but as a lot of cultures do, they do also love eating with their hands. But pasta, you definitely do need a fork for that. It's pretty messy any other way. But yeah, the movie was awesome. So I hope you check it out on Disney Plus, and I hope you enjoy it. But thanks for watching my video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.